Okay, so for the supplies, you will need 3 different colors of yarn. These are the ones that I'm using. They're all size 5 bulky yarn. These 2 are Big Twist, and this is from Hobie, the Honey Bunny yarn. You also need scissors, a darning needle, 4.5mm crochet hook, some polyfill stuffing. If you want to make it into a keychain, you'll need keychain hardware, or if you want to hang it on your car, then you'll also need like a long string or anything you want to use to attach it. We're going to start with the body of the strawberry, so the red yarn. We're first going to make a magic circle. How you do that is you just hold your yarn like so, exactly the way that I hold it. Your left hand will twist like this. Your right 2 fingers will grab this yarn and pull it through like this, but don't pull all the way. You have to stop right here. These 2 fingers will now grab the side right here to keep it in place, and you should be able to see 2 different holes. Then you just take your crochet hook, you insert into the top hole, and then you're going to chain 1. And then this hole, you're just going to turn it horizontally like this. And that is your magic circle. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, if this is confusing, or if you want an alternative, then please check out this video that I will link up here. Now we're going to make 6 single crochets inside of this magic circle. How you do that is you insert your hook through the hole, yarn over, pull it back out the way that you came. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. That's 1 single crochet. Now we just have to make 5 more. Okay, now that you're done your 6 single crochets, you're going to take this tail and you're going to pull. If you're working with chenille yarn, it might be, you have to be very careful so that it doesn't snap. Okay, once you've pulled it all the way, this is how it should look like. Now we're going to look for the first single crochet that we made, and it's this one right here. And we're going to make a slip stitch. So you just insert your hook through that stitch right here, yarn over, pull it through that stitch, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. That is a slip stitch. And then you're going to chain 1 to start the next row. Okay, for this next row, we're going to do 1 single crochet and then an increase. And then you're going to repeat that until you're done the row. Okay, so first you do a single crochet as normal. On the next one, we're going to do an increase. So that means 2 single crochets just in this 1 stitch. So I'll first make my single crochet. The second single crochet, I'm going to insert it right here on the same stitch. So just repeat the pattern of 1 single crochet, increase until you're at the end, and you should have 9 stitches overall. Okay, I've finished my 9 stitches. After I'm done every row and before starting a new row, I always do a slip stitch and a chain 1. Please keep that in mind. I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet that I made, and then I'm going to chain 1 to start the next row. So this is how it's looking like right now. What I'm going to do is just pop this to invert it to the other side. And this is the bottom of your strawberry, and we're going to go upwards like this. For the third row, we're going to start with 2 single crochets in this 1 stitch, so an increase. So we're going to start with an increase in the first stitch. Okay. And then we're going to make 1 single crochet here and then 1 single crochet here. So 2 single crochets, one after the other. Okay, so and then we're just going to repeat that pattern of increase and 2 single crochets, increase, 2 single crochets, and you should end up with 12 stitches overall. Okay, I'm done with the 12, and like always, I'm going to slip stitch and chain 1. Make sure you are counting, okay? So that your strawberry won't look wonky. We want the shape to be really nice. Okay, for row number 4, we're going to start with 3 single crochets. So first, 1, go to the next, 2, go to the next, 3. On this next one, we're going to do an increase. So it's 3 single crochets and then an increase. Repeat this all the way around. So you should have 15 stitches overall once you're done this row, and then you're going to slip stitch and chain 1. For the next row, you're going to do 4 single crochets and then an increase. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase. Just repeat this throughout the row and you should have 18 stitches overall. Just doing my slip stitch and chain 1, and as you can see, it's finally taking shape. You could see that this is the angle that we want. For the next 4 rows, we're gonna just single crochet all around. So that's 18 stitches, slip stitch and chain 1, 18 single crochets, slip stitch and chain 1. So do that 4 times. Okay, I finished all 4 rows of just single crochets all around, and I'm gonna do my slip stitch like always and then chain 1. Now we have 1 more row for the body of the strawberry, and it's going to be 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Let me demonstrate. So first you do your single crochet, and then these next 2 stitches we're gonna turn them into 1 stitch. That's just how a decrease works. So how you do that is you insert your hook through this stitch, yarn over, pull it back out. Then you're going to insert your hook onto the next stitch, yarn over, pull it back out. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then you yarn over, pull through all 3. That is a decrease. Again, single crochet here. Then the next one is a decrease. Okay, so just repeat that pattern all the way around and you'll end up with 12 stitches on this row. Okay, last step, of course, is to slip stitch and then chain 1. Put this down and then we're going to leave a long tail and pull this upwards. Okay, now we're going to stuff the body of the strawberry. Once that's done, you're going to thread your darning needle, and I'm going to demonstrate how I close my plushies. Okay, so I only go through the front loops of each stitch when I'm sewing. So I'm just going to insert this through the front loop of this stitch right here. And then I'm going to go back out only through the front loop of the next stitch as well. Okay, so front loop of this stitch, go back out through the front loop of the next stitch. And you just keep going all the way around. Once that's done, I just pull and it should close up. Then I just make a knot like so. And then I'm going to insert my needle back through the body of the strawberry all the way to the other side, and then I cut my yarn. Okay, so now we're gonna do the little seeds of the strawberry using the light pink yarn. I basically just sew the seeds on, and you can space them out however you want to, but I will show you how I do it. There's no particular order that you have to do it in. So I'm just gonna start at the top and go to the bottom area. Okay, I'm gonna pull a long tail so that we have a lot of yarn to work with. So what I like to do is I start here and then just go to the next one like so. Right, then I go here, then aim for the next one. They're about 2 stitches apart. So you're basically just gonna do this and then do like as many rows as you want of them. Okay, so once you're done with all the seeds, this is how it would look like. I chose to just do 2 rows of the seeds. Now we're gonna move on to the leafy part of the strawberry, and that's the last part. Okay, using the green yarn, we are going to make a magic circle. So this is something that you should already know how to do. Okay, and then you insert your hook right here, and then you chain 1, and then you turn your work like this. And now we're going to put 5 single crochets inside of this magic circle. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once that's done, you're going to take the tail and you're going to pull until it's completely closed. Then you're going to look for the first single crochet and make a slip stitch. Okay, insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through that, pull it through the loop on your hook. Then you chain 1. For the next row, we're just going to do 5 single crochets around once again. So just 1 single crochet per stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you can see, it's kind of coning upwards like this, so all I usually do is I invert it like so. Then, like always, we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet, and this time we're not just going to do a chain 1 because we're now going to start doing the leaves. Now we're going to chain 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. On the second chain from the loop, so right here, we're going to do a slip stitch. So you insert your hook to this one, yarn over, pull it through the chain, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. You just did your slip stitch. And now for the next 2 chains, you're going to make single crochets. So single crochet here, on the next one, another single crochet. Then you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch over here. Okay, so just slip stitch. And this is basically the first leaf. We're going to make 5 of the little leaves. So once again, we're going to chain 4. Then, second chain from the loop, we're going to do a slip stitch. And then on the next 2 chains, we're going to do single crochets. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch back to the stem onto this stitch. And once again, chain 4. Okay, so just keep repeating whatever we did for these ones until you have 5 leaves overall. Okay, so I finished doing all 5 of the leaves, and this is how it should look like. And then I'm just going to do a chain 1, and then I'm going to leave a long tail before cutting the yarn because we're going to need to sew this on top of the strawberry. What I usually do is the shorter tail, I just tuck it into the stem, or you could simply cut it if that makes it easier for you. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to align it where I want it to go. And I think what would be helpful is if you had some kind of skewer, like a wooden skewer. Okay, I can't really find one, but I do have one of the stems. I have a short stem that I can use so that I could just poke it through here. I could just poke it through here all the way through the strawberry so that it could stay in place while I sew it on. So you can sew this however you want, but I'll demonstrate how I do it. Okay, so I start off here. Okay, so once you're done sewing, all you have to do is just remove the stick, and then I just hide the tail. Of course, after you make your knot. Okay, and then cut the yarn. Okay, and this is what it's currently looking like. If you want to add a keychain hardware, this is now the time to add it. Or of course, if you want to use it for your car, you might have to make like a long chain or like a string, any type of thread that you would like to use. Okay, that's that. And this is your completed strawberry. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful, and if you guys have any questions on this pattern or if you have suggestions on what I should make next, please comment them down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.